All right, guys, make a quick crypto video here. We are dumping again on Bitcoin, and I want to talk about the sentiment. Been kind of following the sentiment in these markets for the last couple of years, and the last time I can remember people this pissed, this fearful, this freaking out on Twitter and YouTube and everywhere else was probably like maybe back in April or something like that, but not even that. I mean, that wasn't even as bad as now. Well, maybe it was, but if you go on Twitter now, if you look at all the replies, and this is what I've actually been doing this for the last couple of years. This is kind of how I measure how people are feeling in my head. I always look at the comments on my videos, on other people's videos. It's always fun. It tells you exactly what's happening in the market. If you look at the comments, so crypto, so this took for Rand Nooner, for example, banks are collapsing, U.S. government closed, gold at all-time highs, it's time to buy Bitcoin. Okay, that's a typical bullish thing you would see from Rand Nooner. But if you look at the comments, a lot of people are just pissed. Everybody's just kind of bitching. What role do you see Bitcoin playing in stabilizing the global economy during turbulent times? This does not make sense. Buy Bitcoin even if the banks work. Who cares about incompatible government? All the influencers are coming out with their last throw of dice to say we were right once more. This cycle has humbled many. Many of these guys are down millions. Just quit, guys. Here's people just bitching about the government shutdown. I suggest you get out of crypto before you drive yourself back to zero, blah, 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 blah. And that's just on him. Then you have other people, like when it comes to these altcoins, I found this one, and Cardano down to 66 cents in Q4 at the end of the 4-year cycle bull run is wicked work. He's complaining. You have all the comments below. Because you picked the wrong coin, the bull run is 100% already happened. Cardano, honestly, kind of sad. We're not chasing XRP volume. Once upon a time, the two would dance back and forth, others stealing the show, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this really sucks. As of right now, I could have put all my funds into almost any other stock, coin, or asset and would have had better returns than Cardano. Here's another guy. Crazy. We could have bought stocks years ago and been up so much, blah, blah, blah. Shitty bull market. It's pathetic as hell. It's a failed cycle. All the big things talk of being part of reserves, and it's just shit. Did IOHK Charles burn some bridges that people don't know about? Because this has been extremely pathetic this year. I mean, it's just like, I would say 95% of all the comments right now are 100% negative, which I haven't seen in a long time. A lot of times you'll see people saying, buy the dip. Okay, we're going to go back up. Like, this really is like, people are just like, I think people just are like completely capitulating right now. People are just fed up, and that's kind of what you want to see. Obviously, we probably only have to the end of the year for this bull market, but we really are seeing people capitulate early, and you're seeing people capitulate. This isn't usually how bull markets end. Normally, you get the blow off top, everybody's happy, and then you'll get that big dump. And people will be like, oh, we're coming back, because everybody's so euphoric. This is just a pullback and then we're coming back. We're not seeing that right now, which kind of puts this whole dump and this kind of shitty last couple weeks into the basically typical flash crash, pullback, boring time of the cycle. Here's an article. Bitcoin fear and index hits yearly low, but it's time to accumulate, not panic. That's from Bitwise. Bitcoin investor sentiment slumps to a yearly low, but Bitwise says fear may signal a prime accumulation phase for Bitcoin. So, I mean, it's really just kind of all negativity right now. A lot of your YouTubers are negative. I was watching a bunch of YouTubers. A lot of them are talking about, we're probably going to go down to like 95,000, maybe hang out there for a while. It's very, very possible. But my point is, when you see this many people who have pretty much really, they've just kind of given up on the cycle, is what they've kind of done. Like, you're seeing a lot of people a lot of these people are going to sell. A lot of these people are going to dump out of their altcoins probably in the next 24 hours at like not even where they bought them. You can thank Charles Hoskinson for this. Take money out of Cardano and into his stupid project, then get pissed at anyone at this point. Fat pig. He's calling Charles Hoskinson a fat pig. Charles Hoskinson admits they screwed up with DeFi. Blah 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 blah. Cardano for the loser. I mean, it's just everybody is just like. Here's another one. It's depressing, really. Literally should be on the way to all-time highs. Instead, we all got fucked. It's over. Like, this is your typical retail pathetic, and I hate to say it, but this is your typical, I'm retail, I'm pathetic, I'm not really a winner in life, I don't really have any success under my belt, I'm paycheck to paycheck, and now I'm capitulating on Bitcoin. And I personally think a lot of these people are going to miss the boat. Unfortunately, I think for us to see all-time highs, we have to have a lot of these losers out of the market. Now, we might go bearish for the next couple months. We could go bearish for the next year for all I know. But this is when you should, at minimum, like, be accumulating or just on the sidelines shutting up. Like, if you're on social media complaining, like, that's just an emotional reaction. And unfortunately, any of these people having an emotional reaction right now, which is like 90% of all the comments, these are the people that don't make any money in crypto. So I get it. It's not fun. We want to be at like all-time highs right now. It's kind of crazy, but we have the government shutdown going on right now. We have the trade war with China. Bitcoin's pretty much following stocks. Stocks actually started positive today, and then they turned negative, and now the Dow closed at 400 points, or down by 400 points, and that's kind of was the catalyst to take Bitcoin on this next dump. It does look like Bitcoin's probably going to go back down to like 103, 102, back to where it went in that flash crash. We'll probably get a rebound from there. Maybe we'll hang out there for a little bit. Maybe it's going to be boring. Maybe more people need to be flushed out. But from simply a sentiment reading, which anybody can do, go on any comments, find any altcoin, find any big YouTuber, go in the comments. You'll see 99% of the comments are miserable. 99% of all crypto YouTube right now is all miserable. Like, this is just capitulation. Like, the masses are just done, and they're capitulating, and they're bitching, and they're venting, and they're having a temper tantrum. And a good amount of these people are going to sell. So with that said, it's kind of interesting. As you guys know, like, I'm only interested in crypto when it's pumping and dumping. I have no interest in between. It's boring. And right now that we're dumping, I'm just like fascinated. I'm fascinated with what the YouTubers are saying. I'm fascinated with just the charts at this point. I'm fascinated how these altcoins are holding up. And it really is interesting. And Bitcoin dominance, I think it was like almost 59%. You'd think it'd be a lot higher with these dumps. It's really not. I mean, really, it's just like the whole market's just kind of pulling back. And we're just going to see what happens. I think this is going to be short-lived. I think we're still in the 4-year cycles. If we're not, whatever. I'll hold my coins, and we'll probably get a pump. We'll probably get a pump when the government comes back and we start to get these altcoin ETFs. I fully expect it wouldn't take much for Cardano to go from 40 or 50 cents back up to $1. I mean, that can happen in 2 days. I'm not worried about any of this. It just kind of sucks, but it is, like I said, it's interesting to see all of these people on Twitter and social media. And I even commented, I said, all the losers complaining, you realize this happens every cycle. Then we go parabolic. We go parabolic when all the dumb money gets out. If you bought Cardano, anything above 40 cents, you're the dumb money. That's true. I agree with myself on that one. I mean, like, a lot of the retail came in and just bought Cardano at like 40, 50, 60, 70 cents. I mean, I sold my trading bag of Cardano at 95 cents. So there's a lot of bag holders out there right now. And here's another one. End of the bull market. Sell all your coin. I mean, you're just seeing, it's just crazy. I mean, I could go on all day, but these YouTubers are just completely capitulating, and I'm just like, I'm loving it. I'm just like eating it up. I'm like, wow, like, this really is how the whole sentiment thing plays out. It's all emotions. That's all anything is in life. That's all these markets are emotions. And once you see the masses capitulate, which they're doing right now, obviously, the whole market's going to get flushed out. So I think we could go back down to like 100,000, 102,000. It's going to suck. Yeah, all coins are going to get hurt. There's no point in selling now. Even if you think it's all over right now and you think we're going to $90,000, there's no point in selling right now. Just hold your freaking coins and wait for us to pump back up. We're in good quality projects. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. And we've seen many dumps like this in Bitcoin throughout history. I've seen Bitcoin go from 60 cents back down to 20 cents, then right back up to 60 cents, all within a month. Like, it happens very fast. So we'll monitor. We will see what happens. But I think what's probably going to happen, I think this whole gold thing, gold's been pumping a lot. I think people are going to pull out of gold. I think gold's going to have a little bit of a pullback. And I think once people see that gold's not pumping as much anymore, it's kind of like Bitcoin. Once people see gold's not pumping as much anymore and they're not going to make any money on gold, they're probably going to flush out of gold and go into Bitcoin. And I was listening to, I saw a tweet from Peter Schiff earlier, and he's talking about like, oh, you got to be in gold right now. Bitcoin's going to zero. He's been doing that since 2017, guys. I mean, it really does seem like everybody's just in gold right now. It's almost like there's not enough money to go around, and everybody's in gold. So here's from Peter Schiff. This is getting serious. Gold is at 4,370. It could hit 4,400 tonight. That's a 10% move in just over a week. Something big is about to happen. And I agree something big is about to happen. It's going to top out and probably crash back down to like 3,500 or 3,000. This gold cannot be pumping forever. But the interesting thing is we've seen Bitcoin pump like this, and then it pretty much crashes, and then gold will pump. But back to my original point is Peter Schiff has been talking shit like this since 2017. Bitcoin and gold do not always pump together. There's been so many times over the last 8 years where Bitcoin was pumping and gold wasn't doing anything. And all the Bitcoin people are saying, oh my God, Bitcoin's so great, gold sucks. Then you have a moment where gold's pumping and Bitcoin's not doing anything. And then Peter Schiff is going to come out and say, you got to buy gold, Bitcoin's going to zero. Why are you buying that fool's gold? You should be buying real gold. This has been going on forever. Like, people have it in their head that Bitcoin and gold are always pumping together, but they're not. They're not, guys. Maybe like half the time Bitcoin will pump with gold, but a lot of times they pump completely on their own. Gold is eating Bitcoin's lunch. Bitcoin is down 32% priced in gold since its August high. This Bitcoin bear market will be brutal. Hodlers, sell your fool's gold now and buy the real thing, or have fun going broke. So Peter Schiff has been talking shit like this for the last 8 years. This is nothing new, guys. And I think you have to be a lunatic to be buying gold right now. But going back to my original point, I think gold's going to have a big pullback. People are going to see that the whole gold run is over for the year, and then they're probably going to go into Bitcoin. I actually think that might be one reason that Bitcoin is kind of not pumping right now, is because a lot of the same people who buy Bitcoin buy gold, and they buy silver, and they buy these metals. And I think they kind of see a free gravy train right now with gold, since it's been going up so much over the last few months. But eventually it's going to pull back, and all these degenerates are going to sell their gold and they're going to put it into Bitcoin. That's my thesis. That's what I think is going to happen. All right, guys. Talk to you later.